from the Braves, and a save there, and they score! So here's Lassen with a shot, and he scores! And he drives it in, walking in, he shoots and scores! Mustangs draw first run! Teresic hits a shot, and scores! 4-4! Lachlan going to the net, shoots, and he scores!
And then towards Cox, Cox gets the shot away, Davis makes the save, no, it's in! It's in, Perth takes the lead!
Live from O'Brien Group Arena in Melbourne, this is AIHL TV. The 2017 regular season is brought to you by Air Canada, who offer the only daily and non-stop service to Vancouver. For details, visit aircanada.com.au. Borealis are a direct infrastructure investor with a portfolio worth in excess of $50 billion. ATC Productions, your live event technical provider. And APA Group, delivering Australia's energy.
Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to the 2017 AIHL Goodall Cup regular season. Last home game of the season for the Melbourne Mustangs. They're taking on the Perth Thunder in the second game of a doubleheader here this weekend. And, well, the 3 points went to the Thunder last night, and an epic encounter, a 5-4 victory. And, well, the Mustangs are looking to get back in the winners' column, despite both teams now qualifying for the Goodall Cup finals. The Mustangs qualified because the Sydney Ice Dogs lost to the Melbourne Ice last night. So these two are currently second and fourth on the ladder, and a good rehearsal of sorts, Rod.
Well, it is, man, and I think at the end of the day it's going to be very exciting because inevitably we're probably going to play these guys in the playoffs in the first game. And, well, I think, okay, so I shouldn't expose myself, but it's every possibility that we will end up playing with them. And if it's anything like yesterday, it's value for money big time, and that's exactly what you want.
So, Mustangs have dressed a full contingent here this evening.
Yep.
And Fraser Carson also suiting up. It'll be interesting to see who they go with in goal now that it's not so much of a mystery as if they've qualified for the Goodall Cup finals.
Well, it is interesting, and I mean, at the end of the day, one could say, well, in the scheme of things, both teams are in, so really it doesn't matter. But I think if I'm the coach, I've dressed everyone, so I'll probably play around a little bit, but I want to come out of here with a split, okay? Because what I don't want to do is give these guys too much confidence, and I should have beat them both times in Perth too. So I want to keep them thinking, you know.
And also, if we have a look at the AIHL ladder, I mean, the Brave are only 3 points in front of the Mustangs. They made light work at the Newcastle All Stars last night up in Newcastle. They have another game today, and then they have the Melbourne Ice doubleheader here, I should say, next week. And, well, the Mustangs, just 3 points back. They have the Thunder here, and then they go on the road up to New South Wales. So a real tight race, and as we've talked about all season, I mean, they've already qualified for the finals now as of last night, but that final positioning come the Goodall Cup finals weekend ever so important.
Well, it is, and I think at the end of the day, people have mixed emotions. Do you want to play ice first? Do you want to play the Thunder first, or whatever, okay? And so there's pluses and minuses to both of them. The unfortunate thing with the playoffs is that on the day, mate, it's one game and it's all over Red Rover. So you don't get a second chance. So the most important thing here is to finish in the 4 and then have your head screwed on for that weekend.
I think either way, in terms of if the Mustangs and Ice should meet in the semi or the final, it'll just be the roof of this place will come off. It'll be just like 2014 all over again.
That's
I
right.
think it'd be a stake higher because there'd be so many other storylines, particularly, you know, Victor going across the over and Mitch Humphries going the other way. But I mean, look, that's all speculation at the moment. They may not meet. But as we have a look at AIHL Game Day, we've got Sean O'Kane tuning in early. And if you want your tweets on screen, AIHL Game Day, use the hashtag and we'll read it out.
I was worried because I thought he was asleep, see? Right? Because we haven't heard from him. We didn't hear from anyone yesterday.
Well, yeah, well, as we mentioned last week, he had the hip replacement, so he's still soldiering on. Doesn't seem to have slowed him down at all.
Well, Sean, I'm just happy that you tweeted us because, look, mate, for a while there, I thought I was in an empty space.
So, well, at least you could read them this week. There was no...
Now, listen, you know, I know that we're here for hockey and all that jazz, but have you noticed that there's a camera going on?
Yeah.
So what's going on there? Like,
So it's a little bit of a tech rehearsal for the Goodall Cup finals. So quite a few things we're trialling this year. So well, we trialed last year and we're bringing them back, and then some new stuff as well. So yeah, make sure you stick around for that because
it's a good thing because I won't be part of that, right? But I mean, if I was, I would have done my hair.
of course, like you do every week. Anyway, let's head down center ice for the national anthems, and then we'll be back for the first period.
So let us rejoice, for we are young and free. We've golden soil and wealth for toil. Our home is girt by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty rich and rare. In history's page, let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains, and let us sing. Advance Australia fair.
And we are back from the national anthem. A little bit of a tumble there for the anthem singers. You took it in good stride. And, well, last game, home game of the season for the Mustangs. And as we mentioned, have already qualified for the 2017 AIHL Goodall Cup finals as of last evening. Despite the loss to the Perth Thunder, it shall matter not. But they will be looking for the 3 points here this evening. And we'll see how that progresses. Starting goaltenders for the Thunder, it's Peter DeSalvo, 25 games played, 16 wins, 9 losses, GAA of 2.61 and a save percentage of .922. And he is up there in the mix for the goaltender of the year, second in terms of save percentage behind only Dane Davis of the Melbourne Ice. And for the Melbourne Mustangs, Fraser Carson getting the start tonight. We alluded to that during the start of the broadcast. And, well, if it was cryptic enough, you picked up on it. Just the 2 games played, 2 losses, GAA of 3.03 and a save percentage of .906. So Michael Flaherty going for Fraser for the first time in a long time.
Absolutely,
Very long time that we've obviously...
Fraser will have something to prove for sure, and I think he's been chomping at the bit to get this chance. So let's hope he has a good game. And we know what he can do when he's playing to the level he can play at. So hopefully he'll have a good one today and he'll be back in the fold.
So your officials for this evening's game, it's Steve Setka wearing the bands and Craig Armstrong-Frey and Fraser Olsen are your linesmen as we are ready for action here between the Thunder and Mustangs. And here we go. Robertson takes the puck off the draw, hands it out now here to McMahon, and O'Kane shovels this the length of the ice. Bernard gets back there first for the Thunder, and he whips this around to Ben Bro, who scored the goal of the season last night. I'm sure you've been digging that one up on YouTube. Here's Goranson now. Starts out 12 minutes in penalties last night. Up now here to Bernard as he walks through centre ice with the hat-trick last night as well, and the game winner. Hands this on off now is Willett, who had 5 points last night as well over the blue line. Willett now dances the blue line, gets around Humphreys, but relinquishes the puck. But Hazelhurst is there to mop up for the Thunder. Willett almost runs into his teammate Bro and gives the puck off now here to Bernard. Bernard to Willett. Willett walking in. Willett still going. Runs into Fraser Carson. Loose puck and is behind the net after a bit of a mad scramble. And Jamie Burke there to settle things down for the Mustangs and start their breakout. Well, probably the first good chance of the game for either team. And went to Christian Willett as Burke uncharacteristically leaves the puck behind, slings it out to open ice, and only there is Andrew Cox for the Thunder. Nice pass up now here to Bremner, 1-on-2. Bremner with a shot, and that's kicked out there by Carson in his first save of the game. Puck now in the corner and thrown right back to the point. Couldn't handle it, could Kudla, and now here comes Burke and McDowell now with Humphreys. That's going to be offside as Kudla lays the hit on Humphreys, but it was there to be had, and we'll get a whistle.
So the goal of the evening,
Yep.
That was awesome.
Goal of the
wasn't it,
season,
dude?
yeah.
Let me tell you.
I think we both concurred on that.
That was That's. I was just thinking about another time when the Thunder did something a bit odd and different. And remember the dude when he got on his helmet?
Mr. Del Basso? Yeah, I actually saw that on Facebook the other day. Someone had revived it. It's never going to die.
Yeah, that was priceless. Dude.
And I'm sure Rick is going to be like the I didn't do it boy, unfortunately. As this one here to Geordie Kiros, moves this one out and tries to dump this in. Bremner skates onto it versus number 15, Jack McCoy. Quick shot from Cox, and that was off the side of the net. Puck comes out now here to Cox, looking for the point man there in Kudler, but it's too much on it, and he retreats all the way back into the neutral zone to pick up the puck. Humphries now trying to deal with it, does so eventually, swings it out wide. Passes picked off here by Kudler, did well, but has to retreat back to the blue line, and Beatty has it now here for the Mustangs. Throws a pass out wide here to McDowell, who just backhands this one blindly straight into the chest of Willett, and he capitalises. Willett now moving in. Willett there with Tobin. Willett tried to center the puck, deflected out now. Webster as youth on the ice now here for the Thunder. Gorenson's in there as well, calling for the puck. Puck still deep in the corner. Mustangs trying to clear the zone. They eventually do throw Jones in a foot race there with Gorenson, and both players go down. Appeals for a penalty there from the Thunder bench as the stick almost went into the second tier stand here at the O'Brien Group Arena. That being of Sean Jones. Here's Jones now. Nice hit there from Gorenson as Lodge gets the check as it comes out now here. Pass Webster gets shot into the bench, and we'll get a whistle.
Well, no one got pinged off, so that was good. There's nothing worse than not paying attention, having a puck come off the ice and hit you in the head.
And even trainer Richie Lamb was quite pedestrian there, leaning over the boards. Just took it casually.
Yeah.
Still plays without a face shield too in the old timers, so I'm sure those Scots are they're a different breed of hockey player. They really are.
Well, that's true.
As here comes Kudler now. As Kudler comes out wide, trying to look for the pass out up to his teammate there, Lodge. And Kudler's going to have to skate back, but Hazelhurst is going to beat everyone as Humphries aggressive in on the forecheck now here for the Mustangs. It's picked up now here by Kudler. He tries to throw the pass out. It's deflected onto the stick now. Humphries, that's offside, and we'll have a neutral zone face-off.
You know, it's a funny thing, but like I couldn't imagine now playing without a visor. And you know, I can remember like I was put in the hospital on my back for 6 days because I got hit with an errant puck in the eye and almost lost my eye. And to go through that again would be horrendous. So to not play with a face mask is crazy.
And Bert Malloy copped one up there in Newcastle last night. Came right back out with the full face cage, but yeah. Not one of the most feared injuries, I think, in hockey. Here's the Thunder now, putting that one in his Lodge, just wide of the net there of Carson. McCoy picks this one up, gave it straight back to Lodge. He fires one on Carson, and it's kept onside there. Well, they thought Punler did, but the linesman disagrees. And out come the Mustangs now, here with the puck. As Bernard heads to the bench. Long-range pass there for Humphries, couldn't control it. Touch cancels out the icing call. Here's Woodman now for the Thunder. Woodman gets a slash or two there from Humphries. Down the left side. Gets a pass out now, looking there for Bremner. Just too much on it. Almost too many men there for the Mustangs. They get away with one. Here's Woodman. Back out now to Geordie Kiros, who just touches this one in deep behind the net of Carson. Bremner's going to arrive first, but he's beaten there from behind there by Beatty. And the pass comes out now here to Stringer. Gets checked, but rides the check well and gets the dump in there here for the Mustangs. DeSalvo out of his net. Rims the puck around now here to a waiting Jonathan Bremner down the near side. Bremner, nice pass now here to Kiros with Cox. Kiros pulls up, tried to shoot that one through the skates of Stringer, and he couldn't get much on it. The puck now rimmed around. Arriving late there was Punler. Keeps the play alive. It goes in deep, and now here's Geordie Kiros here for the Thunder. Kiros centers the pass, and well, Stringer intercepted it, and he starts it back out now here for the Mustang through Vadim Vyasov down the near side. Vyasov pulls up, got chopped there by Woodman. Puck comes back out to neutral ice and onto the stick now of Michael McMahon, who fires one on DeSalvo. That was wide, and DeSalvo just calmly dumps this one into his own corner, and the Thunder try to clear their zone, and they do so now. Well, I thought they were going to, as O'Kane made the best there of that joust with Tobin, who had a pretty good game last night, I thought. There's 10-10 remaining here in the first period. Scoreless if you just tuned in. Here's O'Kane, gets around Gorenson. Gorenson, though, gets his stick on it. Webster tries to force the issue out to centre ice. Runs into McCoy, but McCoy gets the puck in. Almost takes out backup goaltender Mark McCann on the bench there for the Thunder. And the puck gets shot right back in front of the Thunder bench and all the way into the zone. Willett there was onside with Beatty and Bernard. Willett digging in the corner as Beatty did enough to press the puck out. Gorenson throws the hip check in the inside the half wall. Here's Jones now. Jones the other way. Jones shoots. Great save there from DeSalvo. And that hits the netting and out of play.
Well, it was interesting. He had two guys with him, and he was waiting to see what the goaltender was going to do, and he used Hazelhurst as a bit of a decoy as well, and then took the shot. So
it looks like Hazelhurst might have taken all of that. Let's have a look. Yeah, it did.
Off his knee.
Yeah, thought DeSalvo made the save from our angle, but Rob Hazelhurst, well, he was smacking his shin pad rather vigorously. That can really hurt, that little gap between the skate and where your tongue of your skate starts and the bottom of your shin pad. Is Hazelhurst now on the puck. Just flips this one out now here to Kudla with Bro waiting for the pass. Gets this one in, avoids the check there of Jamie Burke, who almost ends up in the Thunder bench. Here comes Kudla the other way, leaves it behind. Shot there from Lodge, and that's saved by Carson. Glove down now here by Kudla. Can't control it, and people lost side of the puck on the ice, and we finally found it as Humphries going hard to the net. Nice tip! What a tip there from Humphries, and a great feed from Burke as referee Steve Setka hits the ice, but that was a great setup there for the Mustangs. As that's dumped in wide, that's going to be icing, and we'll get a whistle.
Well, that was good, man. And I mean, at the end of the day, that's the sort of thing the goaltender has no idea what's going to happen. The pass comes across, you get a bit of stick on it, redirect it, and bingo, it's in. So watch this.
It's actually Brendan McDowell on the feed there.
Right there.
Oh.
Okay.
So 8:50 to go. Thunder now trying to press out of their zone. Hazelhurst whips this one around now here to Bernard. He battles there with Stringer in front of the Thunder bench. They look for a change and put around now here to Lodge with Bellick in hot pursuit. Just turns the puck over now at neutral ice to McMahon, who flips this one into the opposite corner. Kudla's going to get there first for either team. Vyasov still got the puck. Vyasov into the high slot. Vyasov side of the net, and waiting and lurking there was McDowell, and he just couldn't put it in. And away come the Mustangs. Bellick puts this one into the zone. Hazelhurst straight back now here to Bellick. Gets hip checked, and a beauty there from Andrew Cox, and wins the puck in the process. Back out to neutralise. McMahon fires it back in as DeSalvo comes out to touch this one, and Hazelhurst assumes command. Well, it gives the puck away almost to Vyasov. And the Thunder now get control of their breakout. Here's Hazelhurst now. Flip pass up there for Cox to skate on to. Just a little too much on it. Hazelhurst gloves this one down and starts out over the blue line. Hazelhurst dumps it in behind the net for Kiros to give chase to. Didn't get through to him because McCoy cut it off. And Kiros takes command now here for the Thunder. As it was set in front, and Carson managed to get it out to the side of the net. And the puck comes out now here to the Mustangs. 7:34 to go. With a burst of speed comes Max Perron down the outside. Shot! A great save there from DeSalvo. And Sean Jones takes the crumbs. Gets checked there by Punler. Shot off as Kiros got shoved to the ice. And away come Jamie Woodman for the Thunder as Beatty just wins that battle. But back here to Punler as Kiros looks a little shaken up, headed towards the bench. He got quite the stiff arm. Here's Webster now for the Thunder. Webster. And that's going to be offside. We'll get a whistle.
Well, I'm just waiting for Beatty to pick the puck and to have it go. He hasn't really done that yet in this period, and let me tell you, if he gets a shot at it, he'll have a go. Tweet. Greetings from Northwest Florida. Soft pretzels and honey mustard for all. Now you're talking.
That's a winning combination there, Kevin.
I'll be there for that, Kev.
He's up very early in the morning there in Florida. And big hi to all our international fans. And 7:07 to go here in the first. Is getting booted there is Bernard from the face-off. In comes Bro. As we talked about a couple of other fixtures in play this afternoon. The Newcastle North Stars and the Melbourne Ice doing battle up in the Hunter. As this one flipped out now here to Jamie Burke, and Woodman's going to get there first. But DeSalvo's going to beat everyone to the puck, and we'll get a whistle.
So one thing I didn't do yesterday was there were 8 people here from Amnesty International, so they would have come in relation to the Pride game. Michael Clough, AHL game, it was NBC revived the Deli Celly during the week. The Deli Celly.
Pretty good ring to it, I think. As Woodman sends the puck around. Should also mention he had 3 other games. Full set of AIHL fixtures this afternoon. The other games obviously being the Bears and the Adelaide Adrenaline, their second game of a double-header. And the Brave and Ice Dogs doing battle at Macquarie as this one moved around and onto the stick there of Woodman. Fires it out there here to Willett. And away come the Mustangs out of their own zone, but they decide to just pause for a second and build things from the back as Robertson now tried to shoot the puck out. And it comes right back now here to McMahon. And the Mustangs finally clear the zone. Humphreys now has to take control and wheel back and wait for players to take position. Humphreys now through neutral ice. Humphreys with a wall of Thunder players in front of him. Tried to drop that off to McDowell. And away come the Thunder with a possible 3-on-2 the other way. Here's Broad to Willett. Willett moving in. And Carson, well, he was wise to the angle. The puck ended up spraying wide. And, well, the Mustangs get away with one. Here's Burke now. 2-on-2 the other way. Burke with Beatty. Beatty back to Burke. Burke just has to retreat and wait for his point men to get in position there as Bremner comes away with the puck now here for the Thunder. Bremner with McCoy. Bremner centers that one, looking there for the return feed to Tobin, and just no one home for the Thunder. As the puck now sent in behind the net and into the opposite corner. Cox is going to try and keep it alive, manages to do so. It's shot into the netting, and we will get a whistle. Bit of a scrappy period of play there.
Well, I just got to say again, so that I use two examples. Humphreys there in the slot, and he decides to leave the puck for the trailer, but the trailer was too close to him. He had a screen going. He should have taken the shot, right? You just don't want to lose that opportunity. Vadim was another one in the slot, looks for Andy Bellick off to the left, but he should have taken the shot, and Bellick's right there for the rebound. So if you're in the zone, take the shot.
As the puck chipped out to neutralize, Vyasov now with Stringer. Stringer just onside. Tobin gets to it first, tries to send it back to where it came from. McCoy gets on the end of it, and Beatty has it now on the near side. Here's McCoy, 5:07 to go. Stringer calling for the puck on the near side, decides to go to Bellick, runs right into the linesman. Players onside, so it matters not. Here's Vyasov, and 6 players in about 2 square meters of the ice over there. As Tobin does battle there with Vyasov. Bernard to the rescue now here for the Thunder, and gives it out now here to Kudler, who gets a bit of breathing room and gets the puck up now here to Tobin to skate onto. Tobin now to the near side. Sean Tobin with a couple of Mustangs players to deal with, and the puck ends up in the opposite corner. Here's Vyasov now with Bro. Out now here to Stringer with Woodman. And Stringer just decides to dump this one in. DeSalvo's got a bit of time and space, as does Hazelhurst, as the formation of the Thunder breakout starts to take shape here. With 4.5 left to go in the first period. Still scoreless if you just tuned in. Hazelhurst, well, he's being pursued rather aggressively there by the forecheck of Sean Jones. And Woodman has to take the helm, not just with the captaincy, but also on the breakout. He gets a nice pass out now here to Bro on the near side, who broke his stick in the process, as did McMahon. There's a shot there from Bernard. Well, that was, that was a very bizarre sequence of events. 2 consecutive players break sticks. And I think that's the first time for everything here in the AIHL. As you can see the carnage there at neutral ice, as Hazelhurst has the puck now here for the Thunder. Woodman now to Bremner. And, well, then just to end the bizarre sequence of events, it deflects off into Damien Holland.
Did you see Bernard? Bernard comes off just shaking his head there. I think he was shaking his head thinking, come on, dudes.
Here we have a look. Bro, snap. And here comes McMahon. There wasn't much weight on either of those either.
Would you ask for your money back, too?
Oh, I think so. We'll wonder.
At $250 a stick, you'd be asking for your money back.
Well, Pat O'Kane broke 2 yesterday too, so at least 4 or 5 that have gone. It was just interesting. There's just no real venom on either of those. Yeah. You would have expected that if they'd wind it up, but 3:42 to go. As Kiros takes over, looks to be okay after that previous hit. Here's Goranson. Throws the puck up to Bremner, who got a check for his troubles. Cox does battle there at the half wall. Done well. Throws it on net. Kiros was parked at the side and couldn't do much with it as the puck sent back the other way. Here's Pundler with Goranson. Pundler just retreats. Now gives off to Goranson. Goranson back to Pundler, and a bit of confusion there between the Thunder defensive pairing. And the puck back into the half wall. Goranson's going to have to go back behind the net and get it. Swings this one out, and plenty of pace on it. That's going to beat everyone. It's going to be icing. And a face-off to the left of Peter DeSalvo.
You know, a couple of other things, too. Like, people watch the puck when they're watching this, obviously, because they want to see what's going on and see it score. But you want to watch what else is happening all around and all of the what people are doing to set up for the plays and things like that. And that's the sort of subtle stuff that happens in this game that you don't really notice. Yep. Because you're so busy watching what the puck's doing.
Yeah. There's 3:08 to go, one of my favorite calibers. Here's O'Kane now chopping at the puck, backhands this one wide of the net of DeSalvo. Kiros digging at it as well in the corner. And away comes O'Kane, cutting towards the net. O'Kane with a shot. Great save, DeSalvo. And we get a whistle. Well, despite the action, there's really been not that many scoring opportunities either way.
It's been very much the goaltenders have been left out of this a bit, and I think both teams are going to have to refocus on that and test these guys, because that's the only way you're going to score. So they really haven't had a lot to do in this period. Now, from a military perspective, a 308, I'm impressed, as I always am with you.
Well, I'm a sucker for a 357
Hell
as well. Here we go. Here's Hazelhurst.
That's more a Magnum thing, dude.
Well, a SIG as well. That's my favorite firearm. It's P320, but not if you've got a trigger that doesn't work. So here's Bro now. Bro, back now here to Willett, walking in. Willett with a shot. That's blocked up high as Kudler got a rough ride there from O'Kane. Robertson and Bro collide there in the corner. Perront takes the crumbs and dishes this one out now, looking there for Jones, but he can skate right onto this. Here's Jones now in behind the Thunder defense, has to pull up though as O'Kane was arriving late. Swings it right at Perront. Oh, man, that was not far off at all. What a build-up there from the Mustangs. Great vision there from Sean Jones. And away come the Thunder the other way as Bro just slides this one in behind the net. Bernard met solidly there by McCoy. Puck comes back into the corner and flipped out of the zone eventually. Bro chops that one out. And here comes O'Kane, swings one wide now, looking for Vyasov. Sorry, Beatty. Beatty now to the near side. And, well, as he'd so often done this season, you would have put the house on him to get through that defence. But here, getting through the defence now, here's Kiros in behind. Kiros now, no one home to help him. And a great defensive back check there by Beatty, who got upended for his trouble there. And the Mustangs come back 2-on-2 with Stringer and Bellick cutting to the net. Stringer now with a puck. Met solidly there by Bremner. Puck thrown into the corner as Kiros, well, looked like Bellick almost got one up high. Here's Vyasov now. Vyasov now trying to burst his way through. DeSalvo comes out and fires it right back at Bellick, who swings it into the high slot. No one home. And all the way back out over the blue line it goes. 1:22 left here in period number one. A scoreless period at that so far. Here's Robertson. Nice pass out now here to the blue line to Bellick, but Bremner steals it, shoots it, and Carson saves it. Well, first real meaningful save in a while there for Fraser Carson as Vyasov through centre ice gets plenty of lumber there from Bernard. Vyasov now hooked there by Lodge. Here's McMahon now. McMahon gets shouldered there by Woodman. Punler going to have to do battle there with Vyasov, wins that one. Lodge now, nice clearing attempt, but Robertson betted him on that occasion, and a scrum develops in front of the Thunder bench. And finally the puck springs up now, is in behind everyone is Bernard. He shoots. What a save from Carson. Well, he might as well been wearing a Yowie suit there, Bernard, because no one saw him on the ice.
Yeah. Wow, man, he was done and dusted in behind the defense, and Mr. Carson had to make a very good save to keep the score at 0-0. So that's what I said to you before. The goaltender that you want is the guy who makes that save when he shouldn't have to make that save.
Yeah. And he did exactly that. 38 seconds to go. Another caliber that you might like there, Rod. Here's Bernard. Good check there on Humphreys. And now here to Tobin in behind the net. Tobin digging at it. Bernard keeps the play alive, cycles it in behind. And now out to Humphreys. Humphreys slends the puck out now here to Hazelhurst. And whoa, Burke and Willett have a little bit of a jostle there at the blue line. And Mustangs fan wanted a penalty. But I think there was a little bit of flamboyance in terms of that dive. Here's Burke now trying to glove it down. Burke now as Goranson puts him almost into the Thunder bench. And that will do it for the first period of play here at the O'Brien Group Arena as Jamie Burke has a few words there to Christian Willett. It is scoreless.
Well, you know, it's funny. You hit the nail on the head about 2.5 minutes ago. I mean, really, in the scheme of things, it's been a lot of back and forth, but no real taxing of the goaltender. So other than Carson, he had to make 2 half-decent saves there, certainly on the man alone, right? But really, in the scheme of things, there wasn't a whole lot of taxing on the goalies, and I think both teams are going to have to lift that up a bit and focus on that. So.
Exactly right. Well, after one period of action, it is scoreless between the Thunder and the Mustangs here at the O'Brien Group Arena in Melbourne. Stay tuned. We'll be back with the second period right after this. And welcome back to the O'Brien Group Arena here in Melbourne. Mustangs and Thunder locked in at a scoreless 0-0 game after one. And, well, a bit of a scrappy first period as we commented on. But, Rod, what do you think is going to change the game coming into the second period?
Well, certainly the person who scores the first goal will set the stage for what's going to happen next. And I think at the end of it, it'd be interesting to see what was said in the dressing room. I had a brief chat with Johnny Moses. He was happy with the fact that their goaltenders weren't taxed that much, and he felt that that while there wasn't a lot of activity at goal, there was a lot of positive stuff that had happened as far as they were concerned. So, but I think still you need to focus on trying to score goals, don't you? That's what the whole game's about.
Indeed it is. And talking of goals, there's been 2 up in Newcastle, 2-0 to the Melbourne Ice after the first period. So also got to say congratulations to Matt Lindsay, 200 AIHL games played, and quite an achievement for someone his age. So we are moments away from puck drop, and there it goes. Here's Willett as O'Kane fires this one in deep, kicked aside there by DeSalvo, first opening salvo of the game. As this one moved out now, poked right back in here by O'Kane, does well to avoid the check there of Willett, who has to come here on the back check, and Hazelhurst had to bail him out as well. The Thunder trying to get out of their defensive zone. They do so now here through Bernard down the near side. Got 2 Mustangs defensemen in front of him. That was swatted out of there by Robertson very intelligently. But the Thunder come back out now here 3-on-2. He's well over the shot and he scores! Well, we said we wanted goals here in the second period. We got one. Christian Willett opens the scoring for the Thunder. It's 1-0.
Well, we did want goals. We'd prefer to have Mustangs goals, or I'm biased, so I would prefer to have a Mustangs goal. But there you go. That was a setup, right? Have a look at the play. He's in the slot. He uses the defenseman as a screen. Carson couldn't get a good look at that, and he takes a shot, right? And, you know, that's what you want to do. Exactly that.
13th goal of the year for Christian Willett, and less than 30 seconds into the second period, it's a 1-0 game.
That it is, my friend.
So we shall see how the Mustangs respond. They were very good in the responsive stakes. There's that shot there from McDowell, and well, just as I said that, they responded, but not in the column that they would like, that being the shots column and not the goals column, but it's got to start somewhere.
You do? I was pretty impressed with Brendan, considering his time off. I actually think he's playing not bad, and I can't say enough about Mitch Humphreys. I mean, he's just such a tenacious digger, man. He just never gives up.
He has been all season. He gets a shot there on DeSalvo, and he turns that one aside as Woodman gets checked in the corner. The puck comes out into the neutral zone here by way of Andrew Cox, who flips this one into the opposite corner. Giving chase there is Geordie Kiros, and he pokes this one in behind. Cox there on the forecheck as both 24s collide. Bremner keeps the play alive, looking there for Kiros. It's cut off now here by the Mustangs through Beatty. He gives a pass across now here to McDowell. Left the puck behind, and a bit of the Rod Johns jinx there is Bremner in over the blue line. Bremner now fires. That's blocked up high and didn't get through there to the net of Fraser Carson. And out come the Mustangs now. 13:40 remaining here in period number 2 as gets checked into the boards hard there was Humphreys as Kudla digs at the puck. DeSalvo now fires this one out. It's picked up now in front of the penalty box and shoveled over now here to Christian Willett. Willett already with one tonight, trying to dance his way through 3 Mustangs players. And didn't do so, but did some pretty good back checking there to get the puck back now here to Alistair Plundler, who threw a pass out, cut off there by Burkers. Oh, he gave Burke a shot right in the face, right in front of the referee. And a silly penalty. And that will be a 2-minute spell there for Alistair Plundler.
Yeah, let's see it again, and I just wonder, and I'm not trying to defend him, I just wonder if he actually meant to push him in the face, or if he was trying to push him and he just happened to push him in the face.
Yeah, not a good look right in front of the referee as we have a look.
Yeah.
Oh, didn't look, actually on replay, didn't look too bad.
And I think he realized right away, because he didn't really argue it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, a power play coming up now here for the Mustangs. As Lodge having a discussion there with a linesman. Fired on there by Burke. It's blocked, and Humphreys digging at the puck and just can't get it onto Salvo's net. And it's forced now into the corner. Puck now at the half wall. Goranson goes to work there for the Thunder as they will be shorthanded for the next 1:45. The shot comes in and Hazelhurst swats it right out. And the Mustangs hold on to it now here through Maxime Perront, who's had quite the streak since coming back into the lineup last week. He has the puck now. Wide angle shot. DeSalvo saves and then covers, and we'll get a whistle.
Well, let's just see what's going to happen here. I just want to point out again, Beatty's open, okay, and he's got a shot and a half. So get him in a little bit, give him the puck, and let him have one go, and get someone in front of DeSalvo. I'll give Berkey 10 points because right off the face-off, he got the puck and took a shot at him, and there was a bit of a scramble, and that's what you want.
As we're waiting for the linesman to take place, here's Bernard. Throws this one out, well, tried to at least, but now it comes out of the zone and all the way onto the stick here of Fraser Carson. Pass up now here to Burke. Took this one in the skates and has to peel off and go back behind his own goal. Burke now looking for options up ice. Only got O'Kane to his right. Here's Burke now with O'Kane. Burke still got the puck into the high slot. Burke slides it across there, looking for a shot, and well, it's blocked up and out of the zone. And some good work on the penalty kill now here for the Thunder. Big guns on the ice. Hazelhurst, Bro, Willett, and Bernard. As 53 seconds remain here on the penalty to Punler. And away comes Perront now here for the Mustang. Perront with some speed down outside, looking for an option. Humphries setting up in front of the net. Here come the Mustangs. Back to the point now here to Burke. Burke now thought about going to his point man. Still traverses the blue line as he comes down here to Perront. That shot was blocked there by Willett as Hazelhurst thought about chopping it off. Gave it straight down here to Humphries, who dug at the puck and got it to Beatty. Humphries being paid some close attention there by Hazelhurst, but he throws this one back out to the point. Now here's Burke. Thought about the shot. Fires now and tip, and it's in!
There you go.
Burke scores! 1-1 Mustangs.
And what kind of shot was it? It was a low shot that's hard to handle, okay? So he faked the first one and let it go, and you know what? I've been saying it all along. That's exactly the kind of shot you want to have.
So as we saw last night as well, that patient build-up from the Mustangs on the power play pays dividends. 24th goal of the season here for Jamie Burke as the tip, well, looked like it was tipped at, well, Kane was claiming it either way, but...
well, even if it was, I just heard, it looked like it was, okay? So there you go. They're the hardest ones, mate. So
Pat O'Kane, 17th goal of the season, assisted there by Jamie Burke, and it's 1-1. And 11:17 left here in the second period. It's an even hockey game as away comes Woodman now here for the Thunder, looking for a response. Here's Kiros now, shoots and slides that one across the ice and across the face of the goal of Fraser Carson. The puck now moves back in deep for the Mustangs, coming out of the zone now. Damien Bright, who's back in the lineup as well, didn't play last night. Over now here to Woodman. His shot goes off skates there in front of Andrew Cox. And the puck, well, Woodman a little bit of frustration as he let that puck go. Kudla picks it up now here for the Thunder and tries to skate it out. His progress was impeded and it had to peel off and switch the play the other way as Woodman now gets harassed in the corner. Cox now throws the hit, tried to get the puck out as well. Woodman's going to get a reprieve, and Kiros helps it out over the blue line, but it's swung right back in there by Damien Bright and forces DeSalvo to leave his net with 10:21 remaining here in the second. Out come the Thunder now. Cross-ice pass. Kiros fanned on the one-time clearing attempt. Ran straight into his teammate there, Bernard. And that puck, well, that's going to be icing. Cancelled out there by the referee, the linesman, excuse me, as DeSalvo came out of his net. Shot it straight into the netting. And we could have a delay of game.
Yep, that's exactly what the Mustangs are calling right now.
Well, did it hit the glass first? Because if it does, it's a non-event.
Well, I think Mr. Setka is sending someone to the box.
He is indeed.
That would be Mr. Woodman. Which reminds me.
Have a look at DeSalvo's Eric Cartman. One of the best goalie marks I've seen is the replay. Oh, yeah, no dispute about that. Right into the flag. So desecrating the flag at the same time as getting a penalty. Probably should get more than that, but I'm just kidding. not being nice to our guests here at the AIHL, but 2 minutes either way in a power play here to the Mustangs. So it's a draw one. Barreau trying to fire this one out of the zone. Oh, that was played with a high stick by Beatty, not according to the linesman. Sent around now here to Humphries. Down now here to Burke. Back to Beatty now, looking for a shot. Shot across, and that's across the slot No danger there. The net to DeSalvo. Big collision there at the half wall. And we're going to have a stoppage. I don't think there's any penalty coming out of that.
No.
No.
Now, I know I shouldn't be bringing this up, but I had a beer last night.
Oh, really?
Yeah, where do you reckon I would have had that beer?
He would have had one at the James Hotel, proud Mustang sponsor of the AIHL. So we thank them for their sponsorship, and hope Rod didn't drive home afterwards.
No.
He probably wouldn't disclose that on air either.
My wife did.
So Jamie Burke, let's hope he didn't have any beers. Here's Burke now. Tried to slide that one across now here to Humphreys, across the goal centre line, and now across the blue line. Here's Humphreys now, still driving. The Mustangs still have control on this power play. Here's Beatty now, hands off to Perron. Thought about exchanging places. Beatty now draws his man, quick shot, and that was wide of the net there of Peter DeSalvo. Puck comes into the corner as two players joust at it. O'Kane tried to steal it. It was sent out there for a moment by Willett, and Beatty regroups after a bit of slashing of sticks there between Burke and Willett as this comes back now here to Perron. Runs out of real estate almost, and a nice tip there from Willett, and he's on a breakaway. Willett against Carson, looking for his second. He shoots. Great save there from Carson. Best opportunity of the period so far to the Thunder, and Carson cancels it out. His best save of the game. Here's Humphreys. Oh, he was hauled down. No penalty calling in terms of the referee's whistle. Beatty got a chop. Here's Burke now looking across the net. Here's Perron walking in. Oh, what a save from DeSalvo. Highway robbery at both ends, and the goaltenders going to work here in the second. DeSalvo getting the paddle on that, and back now, danger not over. McMahon, Burke with a drive. Oh, off the crossbar. Well, that was inches away, and the crossbar coming to the rescue there of Peter DeSalvo. Mustangs all over the Thunder here on this power play. Here's Vyasov. Vyasov evades his checker. Quick odd man rush coming across the other way, and just couldn't connect on that pass. And well, that was McDowell looking for the recipient of that pass from Jamie Burke. And 8 minutes remaining as we are back to 5-on-5 as Punler has stepped back on the ice. Here's Woodman the other way with a wall of Mustangs in front of him, looking for a Cox going towards the net. That's turned aside there by Carson and swept onto there by Vyasov. Pass out wide there. It was just too far in front of Fisher. And here back now here to Vyasov. Back now here to McMahon. McMahon now looking for a shooting lane, gets plenty of attention. DeSalvo closes the door, and the puck comes back out to the point. Here's Vyasov. Has to retreat as that clearing attempt was deflected. As the Thunder almost get caught out on a line change. Here's Vyasov over the blue line with McDowell going towards the net. A shot there from Jones. It's blocked and comes out in the hands of the Thunder as Bremner picks it out now in front of the Mustang bench. Bremner 2-on-2 break for the Thunder. A shot, good save from Carson from a screen shot as Webster gets the puck now back there here to Bremner behind the net with Tobin on the ice as well. Here's Bremner, tried to center the pass, couldn't do so. Jones was paying him enough attention. There's a solid collision in the corner. Here's Jones now, 2-on-1 the other way. Here's Humphreys, and oh, that pass was just a little too much on it. As Humphreys appealing for a hooking penalty, had a pretty good case for it. He's got the puck now here still. 6:44 to go in the second. 1-1 the score. Bremner muscles Humphreys to the ice and breaks up that rush. And here comes Goranson with a pass out now here, looking there for Webster. Puck gets over his stick. McCoy back first now here for the Mustangs. Comes around to Bellick at the half wall. Bellick got options up ice. Looked there for Burke. Went straight into his skates. Losing his skates there was Bernard. And the Thunder come back the other way now here through Webster. Webster now tried to slide that one across there here for Jonathan Bremner. Mustangs steal it and come back over the line here through Perron to Beatty, and he put that about a metre over the crossbar of Peter DeSalvo, who decides to get a face-off.
Wow, dude, like, again, you were doing all the talking.
Yeah.
It's amazing, man. So I got a couple things to say here. So on that power play that we had, Mustangs, and Perron got burned at the blue line, that's probably one of the most dangerous plays to make is the cross-ice pass to your opposite defenseman, because the forechecker in the box waits for that and times it perfectly, and that's exactly what Ouellette did. He got the puck and he came in on Carson, and Carson had to make a great save.
As DeSalvo again, almost deja vu on that last stoppage, decides to cover up for the face-off. 6:03 to go. Well, yes, there was odd man rushes at each end, and Carson made the save first, then DeSalvo betted him, and then the crossbar denies Jamie Burke. So it's 2-2 up in Newcastle as the North Stars have tied things up there in the second period. As Jones now. Woodman Pass out now looking for Bro. He fishes it out now here to the neutral zone. And retreating now here is Perron for the Mustangs. As Willett there looking for the forecheck. Here's O'Kane, picks the puck up, gives it back to Jones and back to O'Kane with Perron breaking in. A shot from O'Kane, good save to Salvo, and the rest goes wide. As O'Kane gets worked on now. He's got the puck now here to Beatty. One-timer straight into the shoulder of DeSalvo, and he holds on.
That's what I say. He's got a shot and a half, and they should be using him and his shot way more than they do. Now, you know what? While you were doing all that talking, I got a bit tired.
Yep.
So if I needed to have a rest or something like that,
You'd go to Quest Docklands, proud sponsor of the Melbourne Mustangs.
you know, you're amazing. How you read my mind like that, just snap, snap, snap.
Oh, what a hit there!
Our producer wants a hotel room now.
As Robertson stepped up on Kyrgios there at the blue line, and he might need a hotel room with a sore head after that hit. Here's McMahon, and that's going to be icing and a face-off to the left.
So here we are, and we now know who the 4 are.
Yep.
Right, and you can't be biased.
Yep.
Okay, so let's have a shot. Who do you reckon?
For the Goodall Cup.
Yeah.
Well, next stoppage, I'll give you my prediction. Here's McMahon now, and we got a penalty coming up already. Interference, the call. Looks like it was off the face-off.
Yeah, Hazelhurst.
Rob Hazelhurst going to the bench. The penalty bench, that is. No, he's not. Okay, we skated over there rather enthusiastically. I thought it was him.
Oh, hang on, it's Fisher.
Fisher's going to the box. I was going to say, Rob Hazelhurst made a beeline for the for the penalty box and fooled us all. But it's Luke Fisher to serve the penalty for interference, and this is going to open up a Perth Thunder power play. Now, in terms of my prediction for the Goodall Cup, I don't want to put the mocker on anyone, but I'm going to say I think the final will probably be the Ice and Thunder. But the way the Mustangs played last night against the Thunder and how they played against the Ice in the last Derby game, mate, it's anyone's game, really. I'm just taking a pot shot, particularly with the one and done thesis. Here's Bernard now to Willett. Back to Bernard, manning the point. Slings one on Carson's net. He kicks it out. Hazelhurst gets the rebound. Hazelhurst now trying to get a pass out. Looking there for Willett. Bernard with a drive, and another great save there by Carson. And the Mustangs clear the danger. Some good stuff on the penalty-killing unit for the Mustangs as far as Fraser Carson's concerned. 4:33 to go, 1:20 left on the penalty to Fisher. And the Thunder, well, they'd like to get a goal here before the end of the second and mix things up. There's this one sent wide now here to Beatty. Long-range pass intended for McDowell. That's not going to be icing because they are short-handed. As DeSalvo comes out of his net again, gives it to Bernard, swings it right behind the net. And the Thunder will have to take shape again on their breakout with 56 seconds remaining on the man advantage. Now here's Bernard, who had the hat-trick last night. Bernard now, near side to Goranson. Gets chopped there by Beatty. His opposite number, Hazelhurst, gives the pass back now here to Goranson. Bernard with a bit of shooting room. Over across now here to Hazelhurst, looking for a lane. Hazelhurst moves in, shoots, good save from Carson. And the rebound goes behind the net. Hazelhurst, side of the net, tried to stuff it home. It comes out now here to Goranson. Back now here to Bernard. Bernard now swings it wide. One-timer from Bro. Good save there from Carson. Well, Fraser Carson coming up big on this penalty kill so far. Here's Hazelhurst. Puts it into the corner. Goranson swings it around. Now hit onto the stick of Willett. 19 seconds left on the penalty. Over now to Bernard. Almost a bit of miscommunication there. Bernard recovers the puck. Gives it back now here to Willett. Side of the net. Calling for it is Bro. Goes to him now. Bro, side of the net. Sent into Hazelhurst with a shot and he scores! What a build-up of passing and precision from the Perth Thunder. It deserved a goal. They got what they deserved. 2-1 the score.
And what a great shot. Top corner, top right corner, man. Fraser couldn't have stopped that if you'd wanted to. I mean, that was a great shot and a good setup. And, you know, for as much as you had just said that Bernard and Oulet had a bit of confusion at the blue line, they recovered and set that up perfectly.
It was Bernard, Willett, Bro, Hazelhurst back of the net. Beautiful to watch. And Rob Hazelhurst, well, he adds to his tally on the year. And with just a few minutes remaining, that was Rob Hazelhurst's sixth goal of the season. 3:08 remaining here in the second. The Thunder are up by 1. Over now here to Bright. He puts the pass up now here to center. Vyasov swoops on a loose puck and looks to move in as Fisher was looking for and the loose puck himself, and just couldn't do much with it. Bremner took an awkward slide there into the Mustangs bench. Looks to be okay. Kyrgios goes to the ice as well. Woodman with a little chip and chase in over the goal line. Bright's first back to get it here for the Mustangs. McMahon now. McMahon just evades the check of 2 Thunder forecheckers, and one of them heads to the bench as McMahon swings a pass out wide. As Stringer gets this one up ice now here to Vyasov, breaking in with O'Kane. Vyasov pressured there by Bremner, knocks him to the ice. And the puck now on the stick of the Perth Thunder through Kudla. Looking for a pass up ice. He had options, got Bremner. He goes to him now. McCoy managed to jostle the puck away from him. Cox comes in, and we've got ourselves a penalty.
Yeah, interference. All right, charging.
Roughing the call.
I would have called interference because he didn't have the puck and he took him to the boards.
And Vadim, the offender, roughing the call there from referee Steve Setka. As we have a look here on the replay, he's just out of shot.
He hit him. He hit him after the puck was long gone. So I actually watched that and thought that's interference, man. One of the things I was going to say, it's good to see Damien Bright back in the lineup. For those who don't know, Damien was hit in an Ice Dogs game and he had a concussion.
Yeah.
And he's taken quite a while to recover from that, so it's great to see him back.
That was in that bruising doubleheader weekend. There's almost an opportunity there for Tobin, trying to slide that across to Bro, and it's slung out here by the Mustangs defense. 2 minutes remaining in the period. That was that bruising doubleheader weekend.
Right.
That first game was just, that was brutal to watch. We could feel it here in the commentary box.
Well, I think we got a couple right in front of us, actually. So
here's Hazelhurst now. Long-range pass straight into the skates of Goranson. And he picks the puck up, gives it off now here to Willett. Willett moving in, looking for a shot. Willett still got the puck, just plays the patience game again. And he looks to set up shot here to Bro. In front there was Goranson, back to Hazelhurst, fires, and that one was over the crossbar. 1:16 remaining on the clock. 1:28 on the period clock as this one moved into the half wall as well. Willett maybe a little too casual with that, and it ends up right near my head, and I'll score that one.
it's at my foot, I think.
Oh, it's we'll take the donation. Actually, Dave Ruck looked like he almost lost the other of his front teeth as a result. Workplace has it. But,
well, I got a souvenir.
we probably put it straight back into the club collection as we have a look at the replay. Oh, yeah, it almost took out at least 3 people on the Thunder bench as this one swung out back now here to Hazelhurst. 1 minute remaining here in period number 2 as Hazelhurst picks up the puck and gives it back now here to Woodman. Here's Hazelhurst, long-range pass now here to Tobin. Gives it off to Goranson as the Thunder move in 3-on-2. A nice pass into the net. Moving in on the Thunder and just couldn't stop it with Bro, but it's in! Patience pays off again as Ben Bro makes it 3-1. Another power play goal.
Well, and watch the trailer on this play. So everyone's watching the puck here and watch the guy coming in. If we can see it on the replay.
I said Sean Tobin's going to, I think it's going to be Sean Tobin awarded the goal.
So around the net, every 3 people are watching him. Who's watching the trailer? Thank you very much. Bingo. Dude.
Was that actually, it looked
was
like
55, I think.
Goranson, well, it looked like it actually came off the skate of a Mustangs player. It was just out of shot there. So Ben Bro was celebrating as if he'd scored it. And Woodman gets the check there. And well, it was awarded to Ben Bro, so he gets his first of the game. And 44 seconds into it, the Mustangs, 44 seconds remaining in the second, excuse me, the Mustangs down by 2. They're looking to respond back the other way. Here comes Burke. Shot, and a good save there from DeSalvo. That goes into the netting legally, and we'll get a whistle.
Well, that's been unfortunate. I mean, at the end of the day, it's like I always say, you don't want to go in the dressing room 2 goals down, 2-1 down, right? You're still very much in the game. 3-1 down.
Yep.
Perth is in more of a commanding lead, and you have to really regroup, rethink, and have a real serious go and open up a bit more, okay?
Yeah.
So,
If you're Michael Flaherty at this stage, would you consider putting a few more of the youngsters out there? I mean, he's got a full bench to work with.
well, it's hard to say. I mean, again, I think that there's merit in going both ways. One is you're in, so it doesn't matter what happens, okay? Yep. 2 is, do you want to throw the game away? So I think maybe if it gets to 4-1, you'll see a whole lot more people on the bench being used. At 3-1, you might still be thinking we can pull this off.
With 31 seconds remain in period number 2. The puck dumped into the corner. Kudla tried to get to the puck first, beaten to it there by the speedy O'Kane, looking for McMahon on the point. He turns and takes a shot of his own, and DeSalvo saves that one. Flung around now here to Willett, cut off almost by McMahon, but Willett got the better of that contest, throws it out now here to Bro, going hard to the net. There is Tobin trying to connect, he shoots and just puts it wide. And a good passage of play there from the Thunder, as they got it here at centre ice, looking for one last shot perhaps, but I think time is going to get the better of them. That will do it. That period belonged to the Perth Thunder. There were several goals, but they came out on top. The Mustangs managed to get one of their own through Jamie Burke, but it finished 3-1.
Well, one of their own, and they got the crossbar too, so we shouldn't forget that. And you know what? Sometimes the goaltender's best friend is the pipes that surround him behind him, and he's certainly DeSalvo should be blessing the crossbar, mate.
Exactly right, but he has made some critical stops, as has Fraser Carson.
Absolutely. Fraser, considering he hasn't played in quite a while, I actually think he's played fairly well. You can't fault him on that third goal at all, okay?
Yep.
Right? And certainly Hazelhurst's goal, well...
Yeah. So we'll wrap things up here. 3-1 at the end of 2. We'll be back with the third period of play right after this. And welcome back to the O'Brien Group Arena here in Melbourne. Score currently 3-1 in favour of the Perth Thunder. They turned on a 3-goal second period. Mustangs got the lone goal through Jamie Burke on the power play. As we take a look at the Mustangs, ready to come back out, as we saw Fraser Carson back in the lineup after a long absence. That had a pretty nasty injury for most of the season. And, well, he's been, despite the scoreline, quite the rock in goal for the Mustangs this afternoon. Make several key stops on that power play and prevented quite a few good opportunities there for the Thunder. But speaking of good opportunities, and one that did result in a goal, it was one from last night, courtesy of Ben Bro, as we took a look at this as the contender for the AIHL goal of the season. And I was just talking to Ben during the intermission, and he thought it was, so he had to try something, and well, he try as he might, it was just outstanding, and Rod Johns was speechless.
Dude, that was poetry in motion. And the thing is that if you don't play this game, you just have no idea how hard that was. So the first move was a great little head fake. He lost Pat O'Kane. He came in on the defenseman. He gives him a little Crosby on a head fake and picks the puck up with no space and goes upstairs. A fantastic goal.
And an even better attempt at goal, the only one I've ever seen, was from Rod Johns at the intermission, trying out for Scoro. And, yeah.
Oh, baby.
Not,
oh, man.
Not that far behind Ben Bros, but it was a good chance nonetheless. Just
well, in my younger days, it would have went right down the middle, okay?
So,
yeah, I don't know.
I think that's going to have to be number 2 on, well, it didn't actually go in, doesn't technically count. Made the blooper reel, of course, it's a consolation, but...
Well, I just want to say, and while we're on that sort of thing,
Yep.
I was going to do this later, but I have a little something for you, dude, okay?
Is it a ticking package? Because I've got a few of those already.
So, it wouldn't be a day at hockey if we didn't celebrate. So this is for you and for the laugh and a half that I've had this year.
Oh, thank you very much. 2009 Shiraz.
Yeah.
Very, very good.
Now, this is a bit too cultural for you, or what?
No, it isn't. Thank you very
I want
much,
you to
sir.
suck that back, dude, but not now. Okay?
Yeah, I was going to say broadcasting and alcohol don't go hand in hand unless we're reading our sponsors' names. And this says Kiros. Now here to Jones, and he puts the puck back now here to McMahon. And all the way back now here to Robertson. I'm sure Stan Scott's his ears have pricked up once he heard the words red wine. Here's the Jones the other way. He shoots, and that puts that one wide. And Robertson picks this one back up now here for the Mustangs. Shoots it wide now here into the opposite corner for Woodman to skate onto. And that one shot up with the blue line. Cut off there by the Mustangs. And Kudler's going to go play fetch here for the Thunder. Almost turned it straight over here into the waiting stick of Jones. Slid that one across, and Woodman's going to have to go and get it again. 19-20 to go here as goes back to his own goaltender. Wondering if we're playing football now here or hockey.
Sharing is caring.
Here's Woodman. Tries a little chip and chase. Beatty roofs this one out now here to Tobin. Gloves it down and starts back out. Gets hit there by Humphreys. Nice shoulder from him. Here's Bro moving in, shooting, and that one was blocked and off the stick there of McCoy. Play not over, though, here for the Thunder as well. That with a turnaround shot, and it was blocked by Tobin, who had parked up, creating a screen in front of the net, and we'll get a whistle.
So, while we're thanking people, I just want to thank the dudes that put this together. Here we go. Rachel Dangerfield. Could Perth's fundamental hockey prove carcinogenic? Carcinogenic. I like that. That was good.
And no relation, of course, to Daniel Solinsky, our producer. Here's Burke now, swings this one across. Here hit it, Willett. Nice outlet pass. Oh, that was just behind Ben Bro. And that could have been a golden opportunity there for the Thunder to pull even further ahead. Here's Humphreys now with Goranson closing time and space. Humphreys did well to ride the check as Hazelhurst gets shoved. And the puck goes into the opposite corner. And the Mustangs looking to build. Here's McCoy. Pretty weak shot there from the point, and that was deflected and wide. Humphreys now with Hazelhurst. Chopped out there. Puck comes back out to the half wall now. Willett just takes a bit of time to settle things down and get it out now here to Bro, who gloves it down at center and gets it on now here to Goranson over the blue line with Tobin. As Dave Ruck showing some confidence there in Sean Tobin, moving him up to the first line. Switching his line combinations up. Why not? You're already in the Goodall Cup finals and you've got a 2-goal lead in this one. Here's Willett now. Willett shoots, and that's deflected, just keeps on the glass side of the netting. And all the way now here to Bellick. Outlet pass, finds Burke on the far side. Burke moving into the high slot. Shot, and that one's kept out there by DeSalvo. Into the netting, we'll get a whistle.
So I was just saying, before that tweet came up, was that's the back of my head, was that I'd like to just thank all the people that put this together. William Hodge Price, AHL Game Day. Hey Rod, 5 imports into 4 import slots doesn't fit. Which 4 imports should the Stangs dress for the AHL Finals? Well, William, that is one big question, and all I can say is watch this space, because it'll be an enchanting affair to see who ends up playing.
Absolutely, with Kokkonen currently out.
Yep.
And he was been such an effective player. Oh, what a glove save from Peter DeSalvo! Unbelievable there from the Perth Thunder goaltender. And looking to go toe-to-toe with Ben Bro in terms of the highlight stakes.
Yeah, watch it again. And he sets him up. And he's trying to go upstairs, and a great little save there. I think Mr. Stringer is wondering why that didn't go in.
It probably still is too. Here's Robertson. Retreats with the puck. Pass out now here to Senator Jones. Looking there for Max Perron. And puts it back out to Senator for Robertson to pick off and move in over the blue line. Robertson still got the puck. Hands off now to his teammate Perron. And he puts this one in deep. Willette's back there first for the Thunder, and he passes out now looking for Tobin. Willette tried to dangle his way through Robertson, who got the better of that encounter, and he moves back into the offensive zone now here for Melbourne. But Willette on the back check, sends a nice pass, looking there for Bro. Well read there by Perron, and he throws this one back. This is going to be icing, and we'll get a whistle.
So, I was just saying, I just want to thank all the people that put this together, the camera people, right, and our producers, who you guys don't hear what goes on in the background, but it's hard to not laugh at some of the things that our producers get up to, and that's probably what makes us as humorous as we are.
Oh, well, that and I'm sure some 2009 Shiraz on part of the listeners. So,
and Stan, listen, dude, you know if you're here, I'd have a red wine with you, okay?
Well, that's red wine as far as he's concerned. As this one moved back out, as the Thunder trying to hem this one in and force the issue here with the Mustangs. And, well, they're already 2 goals up, 16:46 to go now here in the third. As Webster goes to work behind the net here for the Thunder. Robertson picks his pocket and passes out now here to O'Kane. Clearing attempt, not effective. Back now here into the slot. Bro with a shot. It's blocked before it got through to Carson, but he had the angle covered nonetheless. It's the pass now here to O'Kane. Looking for an answer now here are the Mustangs here in this third period, as Jones just elects to concede the puck now here to the Thunder as they were completing a line change. And away come the Thunder through center. Bro got met solidly there by Humphreys. Glove down now here by Beatty. Lost control of the puck. Almost got a second bite at it. Punler, good nice pass out now here to Willette in front of the penalty box. And Willette, and DeSalvo's come out a very long way to play the saviour there for the Thunder. Almost the third defenseman, if you will. Why not?
Well,
why not?
I could think of a few reasons why not.
As that shot there was saved by DeSalvo, as Punler now takes over here for the Thunder. I'm sure Dave Ruck probably had his heart in his mouth for a few moments there. Here's Webster. And, well, he has to vanquish the puck now here to Bremner, but it all comes back now here to Humphreys. Chopped out there by Webster. Here's McDowell with a quick shot. Kicked out there by DeSalvo. And looking for the rebound there was Humphreys coming across the slot. And it's a quick shot there from Beatty. And DeSalvo does similar to the previous shot, makes the save and puts it into the corner. Humphreys now muscled there by Woodman. A good check put in on him there by the Thunder captain is put in front, and Beatty just can't finish it off as McCoy now grabs the puck in behind the Thunder defense and in front of the bench. McDowell's going to have to retreat and get this one back into neutral zone territory. As McCoy digs at Cox, as Cox gets shoved there by Humphreys. They continue their little battle, and the Thunder break back in as Kiros was met and cancelled out there by the Mustangs defense. There's a little bit of intensity here early in this third period, as that's going to be icing as Berkey and Willette have a little bit of a swing at each other as he retreats to the bench, and a bit of words as well.
Do you think that there was a bit of French in that?
Well, I like to see him and Max have a conversation.
Here's William again. With bad puns like that, not even parental guidance could... that's good too.
Yeah, I'll pay that.
William, I like that, okay? Now, getting back to your serious question, William, wouldn't it be fantastic to have 5 imports and really not have a problem playing any of them, okay?
Yeah, it's a hot topic in terms of the import rule. There's been some that have wanted less, some that have wanted more, and some about the same, or some that have wanted all the imports available to you on your list to be able to dress in the same game. So I'm sure that here's Willett now. Willett now shoots, and that one was saved there by the shin pad of McMahon, who hobbles off to the Mustangs bench as Woodman now. Vyasov. And a quick wide pass there, hit a Stringer. And now here to Hazelhurst as he pulls up behind the net. 14-12 left to play here in regulation as the Thunder stun out through centre. Here's Bro again. Bro now just passes this right back off to Willett. He shoots, and that was blocked before it got through to Carson. Loose puck in the slot and cleared as Bellick pokes at the puck now, and does Perront. Perront breaking in with Jones. Jones looked like he was offside. That shot there from Perront, and it was over the shoulder here of DeSalvo. As Tobin, oh, he gets a rough ride there from Maxime Perront. Nice solid body check as he was breaking out of the zone. And that's the Maxime Perront that the Mustangs fans are used to when he's not scoring goals. As that pass was errant right into the skates there of Jones. Hazelhurst flips this one back up ice. It's skated onto now here by Cox. Leaves this one behind. Picking up the trailer now. Here's Tobin with a shot, and a great save there by Carson. As the puck comes out now here to neutral. 2-on-1 break here now here for the Mustangs. Jones and O'Kane. Here's Jones. O'Kane moving in. Saved by DeSalvo. Again, Peter DeSalvo comes up big, and he's made it only the one concession so far. Here's Bremner now. Slides it across, and Cox scores! End-to-end stuff. The Thunder with a save at one end and a goal at the other, and it's 4-1.
Well, I was just going to say, DeSalvo played that very well because he watched the player coming across in front of him and rode that out and gave him nothing, and that's exactly what you want. And unfortunately, that's what happens. You have one play at one end, and then all of a sudden momentum shifts. The next thing you know, you're down at the other end, and here's a replay. And, well, who picked up that guy, okay? A good pass and a redirection, and it's in the net before you can say boogaloo.
Or electric boogaloo, as I've heard from your career in the 70s. As Andrew Cox's second goal of the season is a beauty. It's 4-1 in favour of the Thunder, and they got a hand and four fingers on the 6 points here this weekend. As Kiros slides that one across, gets muscled to the ice there by Robertson. Here comes Burke now the other way. Burke trying to go one-on-one with Woodman. His shot goes wide. The puck stays on the right side of the blue line. The Thunder now pass it out now here to Kiros on the near side. Kiros breaking into the zone. Kiros now tries to slide that one through. No one there to connect with, and the Mustangs finally cancel out. That one's still onside. Here's Humphreys through centre. Gets a pass out now here to Burke, who camped on the blue line. Burke stripped of the puck there by the Thunder captain, Woodman. Flips this one up now here to an unaware Webster. The puck was behind him. Here's Beatty breaking back the other way for the Mustangs. Did well to fight off three checkers there. It's Luther. Oh, another save by DeSalvo. Is there any stopping this man? Holy, from Peter DeSalvo, that's three lights out saves this period. And Bremner has the puck now.
He got his glove on that one. That was awesome.
And that one saved there by Carson, and he elects to play on. And so DJ elects to play the song prematurely, and play continues. Here's McCoy now for the Mustangs down the far side. Looking there for Bellick. It comes back out now here to neutral territory here to Beatty. And Stringer. I'm sure John Becker, the DJ's got a bit of a smile on his face. Here's Hazelhurst. Over the goal line, looking for a long-range pass. That's gloved down now here by Lodge, and he starts out down the far side. Lodge with Bremner going towards the net, shoots, and that one was into the kick plate and behind the net. Still did well, did Hazelhurst. Threw it in front. Cox looking for his second, and a great save by Carson. And he covers, and he looks, oh, is he all right? Looked like he was a little hurt on that play, but he looks okay now.
But Cox shouldn't have been there again either, okay? So somebody's got to pick that guy up in the slot and not allow that to happen. I mean, they made the play in the corner, and they just didn't finish off the play and get control and get the puck out. So you just can't be doing that.
Peter DeSalvo just on fire here this afternoon. We saw that save again.
That was a great save.
I don't know. I don't have a pun for him. They look like they've all been used on Twitter. So,
well, we've had a couple of good puns, haven't we, mate? Puns galore.
So,
I love a pun.
So we have a little bit of a stoppage here as I believe the net was a little bit off its moorings, but yet play continues now here with a face-off as McMahon digs at the puck there behind the net. And well, the Mustangs trailing here by 3 Going to be a tall order for them to get back in the game, but one goal can change everything. Kudler, Willette swings it wide now here to Hazelhurst. Fires it deep, Bro. Just a couple of steps there behind Bright. Bright won that contest, and that one is shot out of play, and we will have a face-off. So, the AIHL Goodall Cup Finals only 2 weeks away, the weekend of September 2nd and 3rd. The 2 semi-finals on the Saturday, the grand final on the Sunday. Head on over to the AIHL.com, get all your tickets. Nearly all gone, but it'll be an absolute cracker. As we said, the final 4 have been determined. The only thing up for discussion is the order in which the Mustangs and the CBR Brave could potentially finish. Right now it's 3 and 4. But that could possibly change, given there's only currently a 3-point differential between the two teams on equal games played. However, that all depends on the result here and if the CBR Brave get up later this afternoon. As this one moved out now by the Mustangs. Burst of speed here from O'Kane. Jones camped on the blue line calling for the puck. Nice back check there by Brenner. A little too nice. That's going to be a penalty. And hooking is the call. And a power play here for the Mustangs, and a crucial one if they're going to have a say in the points distribution come the end of regulation.
So, you know, I was tired and I knew where to sleep.
Yep.
I was thirsty and I knew where to drink.
Yep.
If I was going to make a notice,
Minuteman Press would probably be your choice there, Rod.
God, you're quick like that, man. Just right on it.
Either that or you're giving me too much lead time here. You're going to have to vary him up for next season and make him a little bit more cryptic.
Hey, I just want to say the DIY thing, I had people talking about that yesterday to me.
I'm sure that was all positive too.
Yeah.
So I'm sure we watched our ratings sort of tail off during that period. Here it is, Beatty down the far side. Beatty bursting into the high slot, a shot that was blocked and into the glass in the corner. 10:15 to go, 140 on the power play here for the Mustangs. As the puck now in the hands of Perron. A shot through traffic. DeSalvo saw it all the way and he covers.
Funny thing is, I got a pallet full of liquid nails delivered to my house after you made that big spiel about Sellies.
Was that from Jaff, the Melbourne Ice, the customs importer? I hope he signed all the invoices. But I don't know why you'd need a pallet full of liquid nails, but
you know,
maybe you're cheaping out on the rendering, are you?
If you had a pallet full of liquid nails, you could tack all the opposition to the boards and they couldn't do anything.
Okay, I'm not sure where that's in the AIHF rulebook, but probably in one of the pages they've deleted for the 2016 edition, the 2017 edition. Here's the one moving to the high slot, a shot, and that was off the blade of the stick there of O'Kane with some venom, and he keeps it alive now on the other side of the blue line. O'Kane now moving in. Too many Thunder players in front of him to do anything effective with. Here's Burke, got Beatty on the point. That was deflected. Nice effort there from Bro to force it out to the neutral zone, and he buys his team a vital few seconds here on the penalty kill. Sent out wide now here to Burke, camped in front of the penalty box door. Has O'Kane now on the point. Slides it across though instead of Beatty, with Humphreys causing the screen. Big guns on the ice at the moment here for the Mustangs, with Perron out there as well. Humphreys now behind the net, sends it in front. No one home but Thunder jerseys, and that's sent all the way back to Fraser Carson, and the Thunder use the opportunity to get fresh penalty killers on the ice, as do the Mustangs on the other side of the special teams equation. Who's sent over now here to Kudler, and he just elects to chip that into Lodge, who was a good foot and a half offside, and we'll get a whistle.
Well, all kidding aside, 4-1, Mustangs have an opportunity here, or had an opportunity here, to get back in this game. They got 23 seconds left. Anything can happen, but the clock's running down on them.
Well, let's get your thoughts on the Goodall Cup Finals series. You're obviously going to swing one way in terms of the Melbourne equation, but what are your predictions?
Well, I think it's going to be an excellent series, and I think that at the end of the day, with the Mustangs playing the way they are, they could actually come into this thing and win the whole thing. And, you know, if you'd asked me at the start of 2 weeks into last year when things weren't going so well, I would have just smiled at you and thought that was very optimistic. But now I think anything can happen, and they beat all the teams. So that's the thing that people, I think, don't realize sometimes.
Yeah. So rejoining the action now is Jonathan Bredner, having served his penance on the penalty. And we're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Puck is in the corner. Haven't seen Jessica Bernard out there at all for the Thunder this third period. He's not on the bench either, so perhaps carrying an injury. As didn't get a chance to speak to Dave Ruck during the intermission. Probably wouldn't give that one away either. Here's Jones. He's quite the This the Stan Scott of the coaching realm. Keeps his cards close to his chest. Here's Jones now. Beatty. So Vyasov, peels off. Tried to slide that one through here to McDowell, who fires, and not much meat on that shot at all, and it trickles wide, and Bremner's going to clean up now here for the Thunder. Starts out in front of his own bench. Hazelhurst goes in over the line. Hazelhurst drops it off now here to Willett. Willett with a shot from the high slot, and plenty of pace on it, but not enough direction, and that goes wide, and no threat to Fraser Carson. There's O'Kane there. Oh, O'Kane gets into it there with Hazelhurst, and they exchange a shot or two. There's Willett, shoulders there with McMahon. It's picked up now here by the Thunder. Set it in front. Bro's got an open lane. He shoots. Oh, good save from Carson off that backhand attempt from Ben Bro. As Lodge and Robertson have a little jostle after the whistle.
Have a think about that.
I will indeed.
That was another good save by Carson, and again, you can't let these guys get in there and take a free shot. So he had to come up with a save, and he did, and that was positive.
So score update from up in Newcastle. The North Stars have come back from 2-0 down. They currently lead the Melbourne Ice 4-2 after 2 periods, as Beatty has the puck now here from the Mustangs. Beatty to the outside, and that shot followed up there on the rebound, and unable to put it away was Jamie Burke, as DeSalvo made the initial save. As a quick follow-up drive there, comes out to the point. Here's McCoy trying to keep it alive. He puts it into the corner. Woodman jostles with his man. Here's Willett with Perron. Perron skates back and just keeps it onside, as Burke was down low and recipient of that pass. Sends it in front blindly, and DeSalvo to the rescue again, as O'Kane was looking to make it number 2 on the evening for the Mustangs.
Can you just explain that again? 4-2, North Stars over ice.
Correct.
Yet
This
yesterday,
is the North Stars that got pasted last night by the CBR Brave. I mean, obviously out of the playoffs equation. And the score update also from Adelaide. The Sydney Bears are 2-0 up over the Adelaide Adrenaline after 1. 2 teams that were eliminated quite some time ago. 7 and 8. Here's McCoy, and his drive is stopped there by Andrew Cox. Comes out now here to Bremner. Picked up now here by Stringer in his own zone. 6:33 to go is the pass sent out now back to Stringer. And he tries to get around Goranson, who puts him into the glass with a solid check. Here's Punler now. Evades his man. As going down in front of the net there was Cox. Beatty picks up a loose puck and skates onto it. Beatty does a good job of protecting it there from Punler. Puts it back to the point now here to McCoy. That shot goes off skates off those of Brenner. It's sent in front of the low slot, but the Thunder are there in numbers. And it's sent back out now here to the neutral zone. And Beatty picks it up now here for the Mustangs. Mustangs take this opportunity to change personnel. And looking for a goal to try and get back into this game, but time is going to be their enemy at the moment. Here's Burke now. It's a hook there from Willett. Burke with a shot, a weak one, that goes wide. Burke says, continues a jostle in front. Oh, and got a stick and a punch and a push in the back, and 50 metres probably. Here's Willett and Humphreys, as 24 and 42 have a discussion. Well, you saw
Mr. Punler's going to the box for sure.
Well, they had that little incident in the first period, and Willett and Jamie Burke have had a niggle all game.
Yeah, it's been ongoing, I think, all weekend, actually.
Yeah, well, Berkey's going to the box as well, it looks like. So we've got coincidentals, and as Humphreys continues a conversation there with Willett. And boys, not the time to be thinking about fisticuffs when you're about to go into the Goodall Cup Finals weekend in 2 weeks.
Well, that's right.
As we have a look at the replay. So there's Burke and Punler jostling in front of the net. Slash, and then a punch, and then a push in the back, and then more. So I'm not sure how Burke managed to get a penalty out of that.
Yeah.
If anyone from the Mustangs would have been Humphreys, but that's a pretty tough sell. In my book, that should have been probably just a Punler going. So we have a look. And that was just the whistle stoppage. There, here you go. As this fracas breaks out. There's nothing much in that. I don't think you can give Humphreys a penalty at all for that. Or maybe a little face wash, but nah.
Well, I'd be interested to see if Burke did something to lead into that, but it didn't look like it. So I'm with you all the way there. Punler had 3 good goes at him. Yeah. And Burke's going to the box, so I can't seem to follow that logic.
Well, Burke coming in over the blue line got hooked there by Willett. So I thought maybe a penalty in that, but It is not. And Punla, well, the Mustangs have got themselves a power play. Looks like a double minor.
No, there's still words.
No, they're still they're jawing at each other.
I think he's saying, come to my place, I'll cook dinner.
I'll have a Shiraz.
Yeah,
2009, as Bremner's going to sit as well. So not a misconduct because Punla would be out of the game. And I wonder if we could put some mics in there in that penalty box. I'm sure it wouldn't make it past the sensors. So a 2-minute power play here to the Mustangs.
Well, they got to put one away now.
It's now or never here for the team in orange, black and white as this one to the side of the net. Good save from DeSalvo. Rebound follow-up, and it was kept out as well. As the Mustangs put a couple of early shots here on this power play on Peter DeSalvo's. Humphreys puts this back in. Looking there here for Perront, just trying to quarterback this power play. Humphreys set up on the point. Vyasov down low. Down to Vyasov on the goal line. Vyasov looking for an outlet. Oh, that was just slid through Humphreys' skates. And the Mustangs will have to push the reset button and get a good zone entry here on this power play. 5 minutes and change here left in the period. Here's Perront now. Humphreys pulls up at the point, gets the puck from Perront. Cox gets it back from him, and that's going to be offside regardless. So the Mustangs will have to touch up. This opens the door a bit here for Hazelhurst to fling this one the length of the ice and on the net of Carson almost as the rebound comes off of the kick plate. Lodge did a good job there to get some speed on the forecheck, short-handed, and he's kept the puck alive and bought his team at least a good 10 seconds. And he falls on it to much to the appeals of the Mustangs faithful. Sands stick. Here's O'Kane now. Gets around the check there of Goranson. O'Kane did well. Van, we've got a penalty though. That's going to be a hold, I believe. Yep. Goranson going to get 2, and that will extend the power play here for the Mustangs by another 2 minutes.
Well, look, you know, we've said it many times. I mean, there's 4 minutes left in the game. It's 4-1, and you'd be thinking this is a Thunder game for sure. But, mate, one goal the Mustangs' way, and you'd be amazed at what can happen. So,
per Daniel Goranson, a little frustration there on the way to the bench. Here we go. Yeah, not much.
Pat O'Kane is a slippery little eel, and I mean, you got to time that properly and take him to the boards. Otherwise, he'll squeeze by.
Yep.
He's got good balance and good speed, and he knows what to do. So Goranson knew he was beat, and he had to do something, or he thought he had to. So he takes the penalty. So
Dave Ruck giving some instructions to his Thunder Chargers as Michael Flaherty calls the timeout. It's 1-0 between the CBR Brave and the Sydney Ice Dogs after 1. Stephen Blunden getting the first goal of the game and running away with a scoring title. Helped also, obviously, by last night's effort against the Newcastle North Stars.
I could almost guarantee what he'd be saying to them. Rachel, AHL game day, believe me, if I could stop man, I would, man. You gotta love it.
It's getting the
Rachel, you gotta love it.
So it's going to be hard to Beatty as no, it's not too, that's not. I have to look in Webster's dictionary to find a better superlative. Here's Beatty now, patrolling the blue line. Hands this one off now here to Perront. Perront now looking for a lane. Only 3 skaters obviously on the ice now here for the Thunder at the moment. It's loose in front. DeSalvo gets down and covers and stuffs out that opportunity.
My mate Stan, who's probably watching this thing, was trying to become technically astute, and he was going to send us a tweet.
Well, that's...
And he hasn't done that yet, mate.
Probably still trying to figure out where the on button is on the computer. But 4:10 remaining as we have a look at the replay. It was quite a frantic scramble as Perront was looking for a lane, found one. It actually deflected before it got there to DeSalvo.
Well, I'm just going to reinforce what I said before. You get someone like Pat O'Kane in front of him, okay, and Berkey or somebody, or Beatty, takes a low shot, he can't see it, and that's where all the trouble starts, man.
As that draw won by the Mustangs, Beatty walks in, back to Perront, and maybe a little too hasty on the give and go there as Rowe broke that play up. Perront gets the puck back and hands it right back to Beatty. Woodman threw the check and forced the puck back over the blue line. 9 seconds until the Thunder get a man back, that being Punla. Here's Humphreys now. Humphreys all Rowe with a dangerous slide there and almost a clip. Here's O'Kane. Nice shot blocked there by Jamie Woodman. And the puck forced back out to the neutral zone. Here's Bremner out of the box. He's the first one out. There's Bremner. As Punla looks like he's got more than 2. May have got coincidentals there. Didn't get the wash out of the exact penalty makeup of those last couple of skirmishes. Here's Beatty now, in over the goal line and the blue line. Back down to here to Humphreys. He's pressed there by Willett as Beatty swatted out there by Hazelhurst, and the Mustangs will have to go take 2 on that zone entry for the power play. 3:11 left here in regulation as Perront skates through a couple of Thunder players, pulls up at the half wall, looks for an option in front. One of them's McDowell and O'Kane there as well, and McDowell gets in into the corner as that shot the length of the ice. Thunder doing a good job so far on this penalty kill, limiting the shots and causing plenty of traffic in front. Here's McMahon now. Out to Jones through centre. O'Kane retreats to the bench on a line change. Going to the net now here is Stringer. Jones pulls up in the corner, goes back to the point. Bellick on the ice now here for the Mustangs. Shot comes in, and it's pretty calmly gloved there by DeSalvo. He holds on.
Well, you're right. I think that at the end of the day, Thunder controlled their end of the ice. They controlled the blue line, and they never really gave anything to the Mustangs to actually work with, and that's a bit unfortunate because you want to get the shot. There was only one real good shot, I thought, and that's 9 out of 10 for Thunder.
As 2:34, and have take 2 of that face-off. There's 10 seconds remaining here on this power play for the Mustangs, and a golden opportunity squandered as Hazelhurst picks off that pass and skates out now here through neutral ice with Cox on his far wing. Hazelhurst flings it across now here to Cox. Nice job to take that source of pass, and Bright just touches this one up for his compatriot Sean Jones. A nice long-range pass now here to Berg, now on to McDowell, but stolen again there by Hazelhurst. Quite the workhorse in this game for the Thunder, and that will be icing as Carson, so used to saying James Kruger, heads to the bench for the 6th skater. So don't forget, fans, next week, the CBR Brave and Melbourne Ice will be playing here 5 p.m. and 4 p.m. respectively. Last home games for the Melbourne Ice, the CBR Brave on the road, and that should be a cracker, so make sure you tune in for that one. There's just 2:06 remaining. We talked about all season, or particularly the latter half of the season, when the Mustangs got their proverbial act together and made a real go at it for the Goodall Cup finals. We could have another all-Melbourne final, or at least semi-final, and the roof will come off this place should that happen. Here's Perront now. Perront. Plenty of Mustangs players down there. Here's Burke, one of them. Shot, great shot block there from Bremner as the puck kept alive now here by Beatty on the far side. 103 seconds remaining in regulation. As it comes back out now here to Burke. Keep the play alive there through Bremner. Touched out there well by Kiros. And the Thunder try and get a change of penalty killers as Willett steps back on the ice. Burke now, 6 skaters obviously on here for the Mustangs. Beatty being one of them. Tries to skate through Willett. Still got the puck as Beatty. Too many Thunder sticks in his way. And he relinquishes control here to O'Kane with a follow-up. Great play there from Pat O'Kane to make something out of nothing. And the Thunder finally get the shot on, and that's going to be icing. Or no, it's not, because we still have a penalty, I believe. Well, this is interesting because we still have Pundler in the box. He's come out now. There's a bit of confusion on the Thunder bench there with the linesman. Pundler was still in the box, but oh well, it matters not anyway.
Everybody's out, and there's 1 minute and 9 seconds left, dude.
Yep. So Bremner backed himself from I'd say about 45 metres out on a tight angle, kicking into the breeze. But the draw one now here by the Mustangs. Quick shot now looking there from McMahon as Kudler now. Kudler just skates to centre, met there by McMahon. He takes a shot and he scores. Empty netter. It's finished off here by Kudler, and it finishes 5-1 with that shot, and 59 seconds remaining. The game hasn't finished, but you'd have to say there wouldn't be much more additions to the scoreline.
I would think it's all over Red Rover. And, you know, in some respects, it's a bit sad because 5-1 doesn't represent what I thought these two teams were up to. And if you watch yesterday's game, and that was a 5-4 game, and it was anyone's game, it was a better played game, I thought.
Yeah.
Well, look, I'm not sure how much complacency would be in terms of, you know, you've already qualified, would you relax a bit more? But, you know, you still need these games to sort of, particularly with a potential fixture between these two teams going into the Goodall Cup finals, as that is roofed there through the glove of Bright. Carson has to steer the ship here for the Mustangs. There's 42 seconds remain. Going down on one knee there was Hunlap. DeSalvo thought about coming out. And just decides to give it off now here to Punler. Sent around now looking here for Bright. 32 seconds remaining. Here's Jones in over the line. Jones looking for a shot. Takes one, and it was blocked off the shin pads of Goranson, and there goes the net. And we'll have a face-off.
Well, getting back to your comment, you know, it's a funny thing. Like, I'm the kind of guy that at the end of the day, I don't particularly want to give anything to anybody, and so I would have much preferred if I was the Mustangs to come out of it and, like I said before, split it to keep these guys thinking, well, these guys aren't a pushover by any stretch of the imagination, okay? And at the end of it, that gives you a bit more confidence as you go into your last weekend, win those 2 games, and you're pumped and ready to go for the grand final, you know, or the weekend that counts.
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily the way you would have liked to have ended the weekend.
Well, if we have a look at the fixtures for next week, I mean, the Thunder have a doubleheader against the Adelaide Adrenaline at home to close out the year. And the Mustangs, well, they got the Bears on Saturday, and then they got the Dogs on Sunday. So they got two teams that are eliminated. Likewise, the Thunder. But you would like to go into the finals with some momentum.
Absolutely, without a doubt. And I think one of the things they're going to have to watch is that they don't lose their head against the Ice Dogs.
Oh, correct, yeah, because they will be out to rattle them in more ways than one. Here's Bro now. Bro had that puck stripped from him. Lodge camped in front for the Thunder. He tries to throw the hit there. It was a little bit of a nasty one in terms of its pace. And, well,
Cox is probably going to get one here, is he?
Yep, someone's getting something.
Sure.
I think this is more of a peacekeeping penalty on behalf of Steve Setka. And I would just go to the penalty box if I was either player.
Who's he sending?
He's
sending Max.
Nice there, sending Max and Lodge. Well, Lodge, I thought, he did come in like a bull at a gate.
Yeah, he did.
So,
did I say Cox?
yeah, he's
meant
Andrew
Lodge.
Cox, yeah.
Yeah, well, Lodge, sorry.
Lodge is gone, and it's his Let's have a look at the replay.
Yeah.
And this would just be a formality in terms of a face-off. And that will do it. The Perth Thunder have skated into Melbourne and skated out with 6 points this weekend. They take this one 5-1 over the Mustangs. And they close out their season on the road as the Mustangs close out their season at home with 2 losses. But 2 more games remain for both teams, right?
Yep, that's right. And I think I'll have to say a couple positive things from the Mustang side of things. So they got a couple people back into their lineup. Carson, who hadn't seen a puck in a game for quite a while, actually I thought held his own.
Yep.
So that was a positive. It's good for his confidence. It's good for the team as well. Damian Bright's back in the lineup. He didn't get a lot of ice time, but he was out there. And while they didn't win and they didn't split, they didn't play badly.
Yeah.
Okay, they didn't play as well today as they did yesterday, but they didn't play badly, and they certainly are a force to be reckoned with. Thunder comes into the building probably thinking, I'd like to sweep, but let's be realistic. I'll hope for a split, and they get the sweep, so they're happy, and they're going home happy as Larry. So to the Thunder, hats off. To the Mustangs, stay focused, keep fighting.
So we will see both of these teams in the AIHL Goodall Cup Final Series 2 weeks from now, September 2nd and 3rd, and make sure you get your tickets for that. But
just before you go, so the last time you talked about Melbourne Ice and they were down 4-2 against the North Star. So I'll ask you a question.
Yep.
They're cruising, they're at the top of the ladder, and they go there and they lose to Newcastle. What does that do to them?
Indeed. Well, you'd have to sort of read the game. I think maybe they're taking it easy, maybe they're playing youngsters, but that being said, you know, you don't want to relax on your laurels, rest on your laurels too much going into the most crucial weekend of the year.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. In the scheme of things, I think at the end of the day, a lot of this is psychological, okay? And so you need to stay focused or you can be in big trouble, especially the way they have the playoffs set up here where one mistake and it's all over Red Rover.
Exactly right, as we have seen many times over the years. Well, this is the last Mustangs home game broadcast of the year, and we'd like to thank each and every one of you who tuned in through season 2017 and made this broadcast what it was. Don't forget, though, the Mustangs, the next time you will see them at home will be in 2 weeks' time here at the O'Brien Group Arena in the semi-finals. Rod, it's been a pleasure as always. And
I don't know what I'm going to do with myself.
Oh, well, I don't know. Well, you'll be here cheering on the Mustangs for the Good Old Cup finals, no doubt.
I will.
But to wrap things up here, it was the Perth Thunder. They take this one 5-1 over the Melbourne Mustangs. Getting ahead of myself here. On behalf of my co-commentator Rod Johns, I'm Steve White. Thank you to everyone who tuned into the Mustangs broadcast this year, and we will catch you at the Good Old Cup finals in 2 weeks' time, September 2nd and 3rd. And we will see you then. Have a good one, folks.
It's been a pleasure. See you guys later.